Hey!
Give me some waffle fries.
We back! EFG! We all we got! Silver ball. This is this is Nicolas Sage in the place to my right.
Oh, my bad.
We here.
All out of disarray.
It's the one and only Teddy B. Love. You know who it is.
Yeah. And this is Rahil, a.k.a.
Silver ball.
Silver ball. Nah, we in the building. EFG podcast. We're here streaming live on Facebook. You can catch us everywhere right now.
And you know,
actually not everywhere where I'm from, but anyway, we're here. We're about to do another show, and what we're going to be talking about is we're going back 10 years. We're going back to the future. We're going back to 2007 to discuss what the hell happened. You know, between about 10 years ago, man, it was a lot of craziness. Think about the things that set up what's happening today. So, like the iPhone, we're gonna be talking about all these different things, all these trends, all these things that happened back 10 years ago.
And it was the end of GW.
Yeah, this was on the brink of George Bush
midst of a recession,
and Barack Obama coming into office. So it was a lot of transition, man. Stock market was crazy. You got all types of, we're gonna be talking about it.
White folks was poor.
No, folks jumping out of buildings.
Some of them were
because they lost all their real estate. They didn't know what to do.
So yeah.
You know,
that's what.
What was wrong with W though? I like W.
W. Oh, was that the? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that like 8 times. W. Wasn't that where he dodged the shoe? The dude he did the Matrix to the shoe.
Yeah, he did the Matrix move.
Like,
when he was overseas and dude threw the shoe at him, then he threw a second shoe.
Yeah.
It's like Matrix.
Yeah,
man. So quite a bit, man. I got an article here. It lists 7, and the article is called 2007: 7 Things We Should Pretend Never Happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So he goes in, man, and the first thing
all of the pauses.
Pause the whole show. All right. First thing he brings up is huddled up masses lining up for BS. He said the biggest shortage in 2007 was shortages. In this part of the world, there was so much food and clothes and stuff stacked around us that we weren't really short on anything. And then he goes on to talk about the first thing was 2007, the release of the Apple iPhone.
The first iPhone was 2007.
2007.
The first iPhone was 2007.
First iPhone.
And in 10 years, we're up to the 8S.
Yes.
Am I correct?
8.
Did
I don't know. Back in 07, I still had a flip phone.
Back in 07,
Apple released a phone that was the same as other phones, except instead of pushing buttons to make it work, you rubbed your finger around the screen. Astonished by this life-changing invention, masses of desperate Americans took to the streets, braving the elements and camping out on sidewalks, clinging to the hope that they might finally escape the tyranny of this cruel button phones. These people needed purpose in their lives, and for that one morning, their purpose was to get a fucking iPhone, even if it meant sitting on the sidewalk all night in front of the Apple store. Yo, this dude goes in, man.
Woo!
Yo, people were. I remember this. I remember iPhone came out. I remember people who at my job who got the iPhone and they were like bragging about it and all these different things. And I didn't think anything different of it. I'm like, yo, man, my little Verizon, whatever it is, it's flip phone, little
Cat still had the
Razors.
Razors.
The Razor was my joint.
The Nextel, the i90s, and
I'm trying to think. I'm like in 07. I'm like, yeah, I know I had a cell phone, but what did I have?
It wasn't an iPhone.
Nah, it was like
Cats was still going up to the mall to get the ringtones put on their phones.
Yeah, that's right. Hitting the kiosk like,
like, hey, bro, how much can I get for 5 ringtones? They were selling like bootlegs.
That's crazy.
Like, hold on, hook up your phone. Oh, you got the charger? Hold up, right now. Hold on. Hey, but can I charge my phone right now?
or you had multiple used phones, and like me, I had multiple used phones, and I was swapping out SIM cards like it was nothing.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
You had to have a little bit of money to deal with the iPhones. You had to be more techie. Like now, everybody's somewhat tech savvy.
Yeah.
Back then, it was only a small select group. Like, no, the iPhone's coming out. Nigga, so what? Do you know Burger King about to have a burger with bacon on it? Like, that to me is more astonishing than the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's about to come out with the bacon.
That's not
there.
a surprise.
What is that? It's a burger with a whole
That's
lot of
not
bacon.
a surprise.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about your phone. I care about my fries being hot.
Right. Remember, like, and then,
can it make a burger though?
Right. Was it 2 years later or something? Remember that Droid X phone, the Droid phone?
Yeah.
It was like a big, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Remember people was climbing. You know, now I don't know anybody who has a Droid phone. Like,
well, because it was like the Razors were real popular. Like at that point, I was just like,
cats was still chirping, man.
Yeah,
still,
so,
it was the end of the chirp,
right.
but cats was still chirping.
So was that after the Sidekick era?
Yeah, it was phasing out. It was phasing it out because Sidekicks was huge. I think 2004, 2005.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I was a senior.
Yeah, when I was in Harvard College, they were heavy. Another thing he listed was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which was the final Harry Potter book. So people were like,
I remember that.
Camping out days and days just to be first to say, I got the book so I can tell. So it was that was ridiculous.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I never read any.
Once again, Wendy's came out with a burger with bacon. My trick to the burger was that it had a whole lot of bacon. For us people that didn't really didn't care about this.
Or give a what?
Yeah.
Give a rat.
The people that didn't care, you know what I mean? It was regular, normal stuff that we cared. Didn't nobody really care about Harry Potter in the book unless you were into that.
Right? Yeah. But people were dumb just sitting out for weeks and days just waiting for this book.
But yeah, I mean, people line up anything they're passionate about. They're going to line up the iPhone, the Harry Potter book, sneakers.
Madden,
right.
Whatever.
Black Friday, I mean, you get everybody, you want everybody to come together. They're going to come together.
That's true.
Until you say, we're out of the 50-inch flat screen for $199.
And this was the thing. There was going to be no shortages of this book. Of course, you know, they had 50 million books printed off, so...
What, Kindle wasn't popping yet?
No, that wasn't.
Kindle wasn't popping yet.
So you got to think the iPhone just hit, so you know, tablets and all that stuff.
You're right.
Didn't even exist.
There was no iPad yet.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody was still on a computer.
Yeah, you're right. Laptop.
Or laptop.
Laptop,
but
yeah.
the laptops was bulky. They looked like baby briefcases. Where you going with your laptop bag? Well,
if you rock one of those old school laptop bags, they gonna think you got a bomb in that bad boy now.
Mm-hmm.
You leave that at your seat, they gonna bust and start running, boy.
That's just like them old school cell phones. They look like luggage.
Oh yeah.
You put them joints up.
Your battery pack was in the bag, and then you had it like this. It looked like an old school walkie-talkie back at like Nam or something.
You pushed them buttons. You had to hold it. It was mad loud.
Somebody's making a call.
The antenna was this high. You see somebody on a car phone, you like, man, they balling. They are balling. And I know that was more than 10 years ago, but I'm just saying. Everybody who had one of them, you thought they was Nino Brown for real.
He dealing that work.
They was getting that money.
Perico.
All right, so then he goes on to talk about the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
The object of the frenzy is usually some mildly amusing toy that manufacturers have failed to make enough of. In 2007, for the second year in a row, this was the Nintendo Wii. The Wii was an innovation over previous game consoles. And then he goes on to say, this innovation set the bullshit buying public aflame, clawing and scratching each other for a spot in line at their local Best Buy, paying grossly inflated prices on eBay. These buyers typically had 2 or 3 older game systems sitting unused in the closet, which is where where every single Wii was destined to wind up in just a few years when the cycle would begin again. Now I have one right over here, and actually we can still do play it, but.
Well, no.
But I have
interesting thing about the Wii. Interesting thing about the Wii. A little bit after that came out, there were a lot of young people with chipped teeth and busted up faces.
Really?
Yeah, because it was slippery. So when you play in that game, they didn't have the little wrist thing yet. So those things were slipping.
Wait a minute, they didn't have the wrist thing around there?
No, they didn't have the wrist thing when it first came out.
Oh my!
So they were like swinging those, hitting people in the face, busting their TVs.
There's a plasma TV graveyard
because of that. Because of the Wii. Because I remember seeing a story where a dude, his front teeth got like busted because it slipped out of his hand.
I must have got mine like 2009 or something. We have.
Nintendo was like, "Oh, we made a mistake. You keep this for."
That's crazy.
I thought it was stupid when it came out. because I was like, well, you got to do everything with this little controller. Then you see them, and then you got to be right in front of it, and it's like working around just to try to get the controller to work. Then I'm like, wait, there are no like real games. Like everything is, you know,
Mario
work
Party,
out, right? Or
a Mario Tennis,
you got to work out, right?
A Mario.
It wasn't Mario. It was just like you got tennis, you got bowling. Like, all right, this is cool. It's like to get people active, and what they didn't understand are Americans are lazy as hell.
Especially with our video games.
Because in 07, all we was worried about was when the McRib was coming back. We didn't care about playing on the Wii. We just was trying to get something to eat. Because think about it, right? Baconator McRib, you can sit on your couch really and do the bowling while you eat in one hand.
That's what you do.
You can bowl a 300 game like this.
Yep, you just be sitting there. I've done that
Or
before.
the tennis is boom, boom, boom,
One
boom.
hand.
Eating popcorn, got my French fries. The McRib is back, so I got 2 of them. Like that kind of that to me that was stupid because I'm like, man, Americans are lazy. Like, notice they went and posseed up to get a phone. So they were all sitting, waiting for the phone, sitting, waiting on the book, sitting, waiting on the Wii.
On the Wii, yeah.
To go sit their lazy butts right back down.
See,
and enjoy the classic McRib.
but the funny thing about it is, I even remember when the Xbox had first come out and how people were like, I witnessed in Best Buy a guy, like, the guy had paid for it. It was in his cart. He's looking for other stuff in that Black Friday atmosphere, and this dude looks around and then just starts to cart his Xbox away. and he's talking to like the Best Buy guy, you know, up there discussing stuff, and the dude's like carting it away slowly, and I'm just like, and dude looks at me, and I'm just like, and he looks at, he's like, hey, and they're like up there struggling with it, man.
The boosters got him.
Oh man, I think 2007 that year. Was my first time ever going to Black Friday, and that was my last time that I vowed I would ever go, and I never went again until they changed the system. But we went to Walmart, got our first flat screen, and I wasn't even in line to get that, but one of the family members sent me in line to get something else, a camera or something. Man, it was so much chaos. Like I almost got in a fight. I said never again because it was like just people just ready to fight. I'm like, and it was crazy. You in that line, but once it runs out, it runs out. Like now they have a system. Now they give you a number. Yeah. If you don't get the number, you can't get the item.
Yeah.
You know, if they run out, then they have to make sure they get you something.
Yeah.
You know, case in point, the TV we have right over here in this room, it was supposed to be a 55-inch. They ran out and they had to give me a 60-inch. So. For less price.
So this is the interesting thing about it. All of these different people waiting for the iPhone, waiting for the new Harry Potter book, waiting for the Wii, and yet we were dealing in a recession.
Oh yeah. At the time, the stock markets went down. Everything was belly up. The real estate, everything. But you know what? People were still out there.
Still out there on Black Friday getting their money.
But that was stupid because all you had to do was send your booster and you could have stayed at home. Because in 07, I think the double stack had just came out too. You know what I'm saying? So cats was sitting at home like, man, I can get this for 99 cents.
You remember like all the sandwiches.
It's a legit double cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? It's got lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, cold pickles, onions. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you could have sat at home, ate you a couple double stacks, wait for your booster to call you on your flip phone because you know the booster still got the prepaid phone back at 07.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's funny. We people was going through recession. People was feeling it. Like at the time we owned our condo, we felt that because the property taxes went up, so we were feeling that, and we were like, man. But other than that, typically we was like, just everything was normal. Like for us, it's like, yo, we ain't got all that, so it ain't hurting us.
This is basically the thing about it. When they talked about the recession, it was a recession for them.
Right.
It wasn't a recession for us.
Nah, not
it was
for
a
us.
recession for them. That's why it hit them so hard. Because we
live a lifestyle recession.
Yeah. We don't save our money no way. We spend it frivolously anyway. So it wasn't nothing but another walk in the park with us.
Or if we don't have, we know how to navigate and make it and
hustle,
get by. We can always
scratch,
get what we want.
claw.
That's one thing. We always can figure out a way to get what we want.
Shake.
You know, we ain't.
Yeah, we can get what we want for
but
right.
We're not fearful of losing a whole lot.
That's because we ain't never really gained a whole lot. So losing, This the ground. We right here. So if we fall, it ain't that big of a fall.
Exactly.
You know what
But everybody else was going.
That's my point. That's our
We one pair of Jordans and an Averex away back in 07.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so number 6, he has here.
We are true dollar millionaires.
But we're going to change that, man. Black excellence. No. So Jay-Z's screaming, Black excellence, borrow your way to the top.
They do it all the time.
All the time. That's how they built the nation.
I'm bankrupt. I don't care. I'm going to start over again.
Yeah, that's the American way.
Learn from Hammer.
That's the beautiful thing about America. I don't want to put that all out there, but that's the beautiful thing about America. You can always start from scratch, man. You might have to go a couple years without any credit, but then you flip that back. You start getting cars and all that stuff. Max that bitch out. Start back up.
Learn from Hammer.
Don't do it though. I'm not telling you.
Brand new.
Anywho, number 6, Hollywood divorcing creativity, getting custody of the movie-going public. So he's saying there's a tension between the business and the art of making movie making has been around since the first ever Star Wars, as far as we know. But he's talking about it is an unlikely. Basically, he starts talking about how at a certain point Hollywood didn't care about creativity anymore, and so start creating all these during 2007. Start creating all these like Part 2, Part 3 of Shrek, Spider-Man and stuff, and basically that led to writers going on.
That's the writer's strike.
Writer's strike, 2007.
Yeah, Vegas. 07.
07. Yeah.
My favorite TV show, Vegas, was on NBC,
and they went on writer's strike. They went on it was never the same again when it came.
Oh,
back.
That sucked.
Yep.
Never the same when it came back.
They killed off Sonny again. He already died in Godfather. Got shot up.
Then they got him again in Vegas.
Anybody that got Godfather on the tape, that's right when the tape cut off too. They pull up to the spot, they start unloading on Sonny, and the tape goes, shoot. You got to put the other tape in. Lord forbid it better be rewound or not. You're going to sit there rewinding like, all right, I got to finish.
Or it's going to be right at the end where it's like,
right. Like, oh, he got shot up again. Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that wasn't the only show.
He said in 2007,
a lot of them took L's.
2007, Hollywood stopped even pretending to listen to creativity. Creativity talked to her lawyer and eventually filed papers. For the long and unhappy marriage between Hollywood and creativity, 2007 was when as marriage counselors say shit got real.
Hollywood
releases 17 big budgeted sequels. And this is funny.
Does he name them?
Yeah, he does.
Any ones that are worth watching?
He talks about like they made the third installment in 2007. They made the third installment of Shrek, Pirates of the Caribbean, Spider-Man, Ocean's 11, Rush Hour, and Bourne. It was around this time that writers started making jokes like, "Man, with all these sequels, who needs writers?" Of course, instead of laughing, studio bosses people their fingers together and muttered, "Yes, who needs writers? Who needs writers indeed?" And then that's when it goes into the writers go on strike. Yep, and they went on strike. I remember that.
So they were doing prior to this. Of course, you had Real World, you had Road Rules, you had the Real World Road Rules Challenge and stuff. So that was your reality shows. But it was a huge boom after the writers strike.
Yeah.
Because when did like Big Brother and all of those different shows, the Survivor
and all that?
Big Brother had been out like a long time. It was out in 2004.
It sucked. Who cares?
But I mean,
it's ridiculous that show's still on.
But what I'm saying is everybody else started because it was only on like CBS and MTV, right? And then everybody else starts picking that up. So now, what? VH1, MTV, BET own
the trash of television.
Like everybody has, and you don't have to write for that.
Yeah, not necessarily. You just create scenarios and
then just go with it.
And you're saving a lot of money. They save a lot of money making.
And the boom of the let's follow a family around with 8 kids and document what they're going on with.
Man, if you want reality TV to pop now, all you need is a half a pound of weed, a little bit of Ciroc, a couple bottles of Bel Air. Yep.
Couple side chicks.
What's the new show that's about to come out now?
Side chicks of Charlotte.
No, but side chicks of Charlotte. Somebody finally got smart. Like, man, these side hoes need love too.
They need that.
But then it's another one they coming out. It's like married something with something, but it's like the Floyd's ex chick that's with Nelly. She's gonna be on there. Neo's girl's gonna be on
Jackson?
there. Yeah. I'm like, y'all got all these. but it's called Married with Something, and I'm like, y'all either engaged or y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, stop lying in the title.
Yeah, let's not
like
do
y'all
no
trying
Real
to force
Housewives.
Right.
Let's not do basketball.
Basketball ex-girlfriend, ex-jump-offs, basketball rebounds.
But I mean, but like when you see it now, I just found out today that the Carmichael show has been canceled.
Okay.
After 3 seasons. So actual shows where they're trying to write and put material together, they're cutting those left and right. But you know what got renewed?
What's that?
Love and Hip Hop, Los
Hip-hop.
Angeles, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Nah, Carmichael took an L because of Cosby, man. They like, oh, you trying to bring back normal, nice black TV? Nah, bro, you got to go.
Well, if you guys saw the N-word episode, that might have been
that was it?
Yeah, that might have been the straw that broke the canvas.
But I don't understand how they cut that off of TV. They call us them that anyway.
Yeah.
They just do it behind closed doors, like with Lisi being honest and keeping it real, right?
But I mean...
But then again, he was on NBC.
Right.
Yeah.
No black comedy. I'm just saying.
I mean, because in all honesty, I broke it down and I saw all of these different shows. Now, certain shows that were like on Netflix and stuff still survived, except for The Get Down. The Get Down got down. But a lot of the different shows that were actually like scripted and written out and stuff like that, either they're ending this season, you know, and they only have like a limited run, like The Strain is going to end the season. God forbid something happened to Suits. But I'm like, you know, all of these different shows, they have like a shelf life that's so short. And then these reality shows, they just keep bringing in more and more people.
But you know what, man? I think part of it too is because technology is changing and how shows are being distributed now. These sponsors, they're changing up. Like a lot of the people who sponsor these shows, man, you know, so they gotta figure out. Okay,
that's because everybody's attention
instead of spending millions of dollars for NBC, they're like, wait a minute, man, let's go ahead and go over here and do this deal with Netflix.
Well, because
we might not have to pay as much, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, but Netflix is funny because they making and losing money at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I just read an article on that, and I was like, yo, they like 80 billion or something, but they took a L for like 12 billion. Yeah, because they're paying out so much. They're paying Chris Rock, they're paying Chappelle.
Oh.
They're trying to pay all this stuff to build, you know, up the stock of Netflix. So, but that's why they got rid of Get Down and the one other show they got rid of. Like they're cutting stuff too.
But Orange is the New Black is still on, of course.
You know, they ain't going nowhere.
That's not going on. But the interesting question, I guess, is in 2007, where was Netflix at?
It didn't mention that.
I
don't even remember when Netflix.
In 2007, it was the people. Who was the people that you used to get you could get the CD and they would mail it to you in the red package? Was that Netflix?
Redbox.
That was Redbox. Yeah,
but it was Redbox before they actually had the red boxes, right?
Yeah.
Remember they would send them to your house.
Yeah.
There was no Netflix. There was no Hulu.
There was no Netflix.
There was no
about like 2000.
There had to be a Hulu in 07 though, right? It was just it wasn't the way it is now. It was like you still had to go on your computer.
If it was around, it was like the iPhone. Everybody wasn't really hip to it yet.
Netflix came around a time when I bought my my Wii. And I bought my Wii. I think it was in 2008. Towards the end of 2008.
Okay.
So they was around that 2008.
But yeah, I mean, it was a start of like they didn't boom until. Think about it. Okay, everything that we talking about. Let's just be honest. Let's just cut all the BS out, right? None of this stuff blows up until Black America finds out about it. Once they catch on to it, that's when it all blows up. The iPhone was cool, but think about it. It start tapering off, right? Yeah. All the brothers, everybody was getting the Android. I'm going to get the knockoff of whatever iPhone is. Once everybody jumps on the iPhone, if the black consumer wants it, that's the hottest thing out. Nobody ever pays attention to that, but that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, that's always an untapped market.
So all you got to do is tap into them. I got to get you to like this. Right. And then everything else will blow up from there.
That's where McDonald's, I'm loving it, commercials come from.
Right, notice, in all the commercials now, somebody black. That food is disgusting. But in every commercial, is somebody black. I don't remember the last time I had
double
a
burger with cheese, yeah. I'ma eat it with ease, yeah. And give me fries, beautiful to my eyes. You gonna rap to me, dude?
Right, to get me to eat this nasty burger.
About this burger that's not gonna decompose.
That's gonna tear your stomach up. You're just gonna be sitting there like, Lord Jesus, I come to you today because this stool will not come out. I've drank water, I've drank milk. It just won't come out. He told me I'm loving it. I'm hating it.
So in this movie talk, he says in the next part of this, he says that moviegoers side with Hollywood. So all these sequels and stuff were coming out. People were going to see him in droves.
Is that when Tokyo Drift came out? Because then I might agree with what he was talking about.
When did Tokyo Drift come out? That's a good question.
Because that movie doesn't make... It makes sense now that they're on like Fast 8.
But back then,
you were sitting there like...
I don't know what...
Bow Wow is the co-star in this movie? First you give me Tyrese. We like, all right, we can work with Tyrese, you got Luda. But then you go Bow Wow. And it's just like, really?
Guy Jane. They called me a Guy Jane.
2006.
Oh, wow.
They called me. So that means the DVD came out in 07. So it didn't sell in 08.
I'm a Guy Jane.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
All right. This is the next one.
That movie sucked.
I love this. Cheaters never win. Okay, in 2007 they did.
Is that when Cheaters came out, the show?
In the NFL, the Patriots got busted using hidden cameras to intercept opponents' play calls.
And now they're flattening the balls and they're still winning championships.
Baseball players were accused of dealing with shady laboratories to acquire human growth hormones.
Was that the HGH? That was Barry Bonds. And this another hit.
That was
and the white boy.
And
Mark McGuire,
a.k.a. Popeye.
In 2007, the bad guys won like a lot. Barry Bonds. Anyone with eyes and working understanding of human physiology had their suspicion about Bonds prior to 2007.
His head was bigger than O.J. Simpson's at a certain point.
That wasn't even necessarily the suspicion. You always thought he was I always thought he was a little shaky in the sock.
He was a man.
Nah, for real, man. Think about the people that he hang with.
Yeah, just a little shaky.
Think about the people in L.A. he hang with.
Yeah.
Hang with Murphy. Hang with Arsenio.
And he would talk like the thing about Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
he's in that group of gentlemen.
Whoa. More bass, bro. More bass. Help me.
Either way, there was Bonds at age 42 knocking 28 home runs, more homers and fewer at bats than he did when he was 24. This wasn't some muscle-bound powerlifter squatting an automobile. This is a man picking up an automobile and running with it well into his 40s. The argument that they would shorten your career started to sound a little far-fetched. Of course, Bond was just one man. Maybe he had just gotten lucky. But then again, they talk about the Patriots. Watching the Patriots season unfold was like watching a bad action movie where the villain is so over-the-top evil that it starts becoming distracting. Of course, in the movies, this is all to make the ending where he's impaled on a Washington Monument all the more satisfying. For the Patriots, that moment never came in 2007. And he started talking about all the things that happened. Patriots golden boy Tom Brady started season by leaving his pregnant girlfriend for a Brazilian supermodel.
Yeah, that was cold. That was a cold cutthroat move, and nobody ever talks about that.
I think her name was Brigitte Nielsen, right? She was an actress, right?
She was knocked up. He was like, "Well, I'm that dude."
Yeah, I think her name is the girl from iRobot. She that played the doctor. That was who he was.
That was who he was with. Yo, I would have stayed with her. She's colder than Giselle.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Giselle need to eat something.
But Giselle was a Victoria's Secret model.
So what? That don't mean she was cute.
And she's Brazilian.
That don't mean she was cute. She's Brazilian?
Yeah.
She better lie and say she's from somewhere else. She ain't got it like that to me, man.
She ain't Adriana Lima, but you know.
She should have. Nah, man. Tom Brady, you screwed up on that one, bro. But I guess it really don't matter.
The Cheaters was winning. They didn't matter. Number 4. The greatest minds inventing things no one wanted. And this should be interesting. And it'd be interesting for you, Sage, because it brings up something that you love or like. Based on our tendency to get worked up about useless bullshit, some bullshit manufacturers made the mistake of assuming that people would in fact line up for anything as long as it had been marketed properly and put into some kind of attractive box. HD DVD versus Blu-ray. So, after selling DVD players to every household on Earth that wasn't made of grass, the electronic industry needed something new to sell. They pointed out to the movie-buying public that regular DVDs didn't look so good when watched on a gigantic television the size of a wall. To make
legs look just fine.
To make movies look good on that Blade Runner building-sized TV, you needed a high-definition DVD player. Of course, the industry had not yet convinced the public that they needed the gigantic televisions in the first place, since most people already figured out that having a gigantic television simply meant you had to sit further away from it. All right, so let me fast forward. So then they come out with the Blu-ray. Let's see. It was a game of consumer electronics Russian roulette where clicking on the wrong chamber would make several $100 fly out of your pocket and burst into flames. In a nation with 100 million TV households, only 700,000 of each kind of player had been sold. If you don't count the ones that PlayStation 3 buyers were forced to take, whether they wanted them or not. Speaking of which, then he goes into PS3. Talking about how many Sony had sold as far as just PS2. So they released PlayStation 3, a machine that cost 5 times as much as their old system was selling for, offered basically no advantage over the competing systems, and had no games worth playing. Their rationalization was that it could play Blu-ray movies, which looked great on the 128-inch TVs, all of your own. The consumers lined up for the PS3 around Christmas of 2006, but by 2007, we woken up and realized the babe at the bar was a $600 transvestite. Consumers let PS3 sit in huge, dusty stacks on the showroom floor for the rest of the year. At least they had that choice, unlike those who bought. So, what was your thoughts about that, about the PS3? 'Cause I know you
I bought a PS3 because my PS2 was broken.
Yeah, it was out for a long time.
But the PS2 was out for like 15 years or something like that, 12 years. My PS2 was broken. I had to actually open that bad boy up and try to get it to work. So my PS2 was broken.
So you were ready for something.
So I was ready for something new. I had played all the PS2 games I wanted to play.
Right.
This dude sounded like he liked to run for fun. So this is what I'm going to say.
I knew this might be near dear to you, so...
in all honesty, I don't care. Once I got the PS3, they said there weren't a lot of good games for it and stuff. I was fine. I don't, if everybody else said they didn't like it, then you don't like it. I was cool with it at the time. I can't remember what games I started off with, but I think from the PS3, most of the time I ended up buying it off of somebody else. So I think I bought the PS3 off of somebody else who was like, there's no good games coming out for the next 6 months. So I got it for cheaper than, he said 5 times the amount. I got it for cheaper than that.
I mean...
No sweat to me. I got a PS4 now. He got a problem with that too?
My thing was, I thought that. I'm thinking that system was out for a long time, so it was needed. They were ready to do something else.
They were due for another.
It was due for another.
they made, and this is what he said earlier in the article. He said they sold over they made up like 120 million of them or something like that. And he was like enough to reach from California to New York. Yeah. If you stretch each one of them out, so it was millions of them.
And it didn't sell well because they were asking for a hefty price. It was somewhat of a recession.
That's 2007. So a lot of people, some people were thinking.
Some people were like, I know a lot of different people were like, I will wait because the games, the lineup, and all that stuff wasn't interesting enough for them. So they said they'd wait for 6 months or whatever.
Right. And then tax time showed up.
And then everybody
read up. And we ain't doing 2008 yet. Yeah.
So
2008, everybody bought.
So I mean, was it? I think they had offered where you could get like 6 Blu-ray movies also with that PS3 or whatever, and I got some really good movies for free. So I mean, in all honesty, I think I had sold my PS3 that I have, and then I just bought another one because the games that I had games that I can't play on the PS4. So
what's crazy is I got a Blu-ray player for Christmas. One of those years. But when I watched the Blu-ray, it was like certain movies you could see, and it was like, oh wow. Then other movies was just the same. It wasn't no different.
Yeah, I mean the quality, the quality, you had to get really technical to really see the difference. I know one person that had it, he was like, oh, you can see the difference. Look at this, and I'm like, not really. it wasn't a big deal, but it was the whole thing about them trying to sell that. You know, I still have a whole bunch of DVDs. I have a whole bunch of Blu-rays. Mm-hmm. There's certain DVDs I have that I couldn't find on Blu-ray. You know, it's just one of those situations where that's how it goes.
Right. I just didn't want to pay the extra $12. I got a whole bunch of DVDs,
right?
Because I didn't want to pay the extra money for the Blu-ray.
And GameStop was making money like crazy because everybody was sitting up there trading in their DVDs and all of that stuff for the new stuff. So what I do, I go and get all the different DVDs and movies, like new movies. Mm-hmm. Somebody would be like, "Oh, the Blu-ray came out. I'm gonna pay $45 for that." Good on you.
Go right on ahead, player.
Right.
I'm gonna go get this double stack and this DVD, and I'm gonna go sit at home
and call it a night.
And I'm gonna chill.
Then he mentions the next product he mentions or thing the print mentions was Windows Vista and how people hated it. So I don't know.
I don't care.
But,
I'm not the biggest fan of Windows in general.
Yeah. So we can bypass that.
We can bypass on that. But Vista, that went by real quick.
Yeah, it came and went.
No, it didn't.
Well, I mean, Vista's still around, but I'm saying they were really pushing to try to get to the next operating system.
I mean, you can say that, but still at the same time, they still made a lot of money off of it.
They said about 100 million copies of Windows Vista were sold in 2007 because 90% of the PCs for sale were already infected with it.
Basically.
It was already on the computer.
So you didn't have a choice, you got hustled.
But they still had the same backdoor problems that they had before. Pause. Backdoor as in hacking. Grow up, kid.
Never.
Grow up, kid.
Blame Bill Gates for that backdoorness.
I don't want to grow up. Whoa.
Basically, what I'm saying is all of the different
every time
ways to exploit the system.
I'm just gonna make it worse.
Please don't.
Anyway, number 3, politicians embracing the internet. In 2000, people who spent too much time on the internet continued preaching to everyone else about how huge the internet was going to be, how important it was, and how much power people on the internet have, and further. And you don't even know. As a result, politicians started reaching out to the incredibly influential internet-loving demographic with a series of uninteresting and ill-advised videos. And then he goes on to talk about, and he talks about Hillary goes viral. And he talks about how she, something she did on there.
Wasn't crazy as what Bill did in that office.
But that is true. When Mr. Obama ran for presidency, man, a lot of his voting power came from him being online, his presence online. They used that.
Anytime you'd be on a website, on the different sides, the sides of the screen, it'd be Obama. What was his
time for a change?
Yes, we can.
Was it time for a change or was it yes we can?
Yes, we can or change. Yeah, it was
change.
So when you would see that on about every single website that you would go to, eventually it kind of gets in your head.
Who would have ever thought we'd had a president who got a low cut Caesar? Drink a cold beer, smoke Newports. Who would have ever thought that was going to happen? Somebody's uncle was president. Ain't that something?
Listening to Jay-Z. I listen to Jay-Z in the White House.
Right.
And playing basketball and all that
stuff.
Right,
listening to Al Green when he trying to smooch up on his wife. Cat Williams says she smelled Motion's hair lotion.
Oh, yeah.
He even busted out singing some Al Green.
Yeah.
He said, you know, Americans, we're screwing you in the taxes because, I'm so in love with loot. Whatever you want to do, you can't get away from me. Paying me.
Hey, I got a question. When they gonna cut off their Obama phones?
Never.
Never.
Man, there was so many cats.
You know where them phones are made? You know them phones are made from? Them phones are made in Mexico, man. Those are like South America or Mexico.
Why does that
the Obama phone?
Everything else we got is made in China.
The Obama
Mexico,
phones
man.
existed before Obama.
No offense to Mexico, but I'm just saying, like somebody who's trying to build a wall around Mexico, like he still got the Obama phones cracking right now. Still, remember when those phones came out, man? You go in the hood, they have tents set up, like selling them. Yeah. Sign up, man.
Yeah.
I said that's crazy. I mean, you know what? That stuff, man. They tracking everybody. Y'all don't get it. Tracking y'all. Get that phone so they can find out where you at. You talk to Ray and them, and Ray and them about to pull a heist, the police already there. That's that snitch phone, man.
He flipped on everybody, didn't he?
All right, number 2. This is kind of weird. Tasering became the national pastime.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, he mentions that.
Don't tase me, bro.
The fad in law enforcement this year was the taser, a handheld device that offers a safer, less physically taxing alternative to beating suspects for clubs. Yeah, but when the tasers began killing people, it became unclear whether they were really a safer alternative or not.
Bro.
They don't need tasers now. They use
so cops and security guards are like tase people like there was some sort of tasing mileage reward plan, and they did it on tape.
Yeah, yeah. Like the whole thing about it is they were like, well, I can't kill him, but it's still going to hurt, so I'm just going to shoot him, no matter what it was. It'd be like, sir, calm down. I am calm. Sir, calm down. I am calm. Tase him.
Please don't shoot me.
And so then you had the guy that said, please don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro.
Right. Oh, man. This phenomena combined internet's two favorite things. An opportunity to compare present-day America to Nazi Germany and video of people getting hurt.
Present-day America to present-day America.
The taser brought
to Nazi Germany.
You can go to
stay right here.
Go to America in the 80s and then go to America in 2007. It's the same.
They just... And now they just put the tasers back away.
Basically.
Let me see.
So forget it. Just shoot this one.
Don't tase me, bro. The perfect example of the taser's two demographic appeals. The "Don't Tase Me, Bro" guy was a champion of both human rights activists and people who enjoy watching douchey people get hurt. A perfect storm.
At that point, that dude he was done. He said, "Don't tase me, bro." He's done. Did he still get tased?
The video spawned countless "Don't Tase Me, Bro" t-shirts, remixes, and pop culture allusions.
You see, I still remembered it straight off when you said tasers. Don't tase me, bro.
And then number 1 he had is celebrity rehab becoming a national obsession. Then he got the picture of David Hasselhoff eating his burger off the floor.
Oh gosh, was that when they started the
celebrity rehab?
Yeah, man. And then you had
Rodney King was
all sorts of people started going to rehab, like Lindsay Lohan,
like
rehab
4, 5, 6 times.
Cats ain't had nothing on Rick James and Steven Tyler though.
Just give me a little bit.
Because matter of fact, was Steven Tyler on there one year?
He was on there one year.
And people was going to rehab for all types of stuff.
Looking like
I
a
don't know.
corpse.
When was what's the name's thing? Tiger Woods. I know it wasn't 07, but remember I'm going to...
But matter of fact, ain't that where Flav met Brigitte in rehab?
Yeah.
They was both in rehab.
Flavor and Love and Brigitte.
So Lindsay Lohan checked herself into a treatment facility as a proactive step, in her words, to get on top of her substance abuse before it became a real problem. We applauded her for her brave decision and hope others struggling with this issue would do the same.
But then they would just relapse.
Right.
Because it wasn't real, it was TV. You really want to get clean. Ain't no cameras coming to you while you rehab.
And man, her fall from grace was crazy.
She was really a rising star.
She was on her way.
She sucked as an actress.
I didn't really care for her.
People liked her.
Yeah, because she started out in Disney. What was it, Disney?
Scholar.
Yeah, she did the
This one was a bad one. I remember this. This was bad, and I wouldn't have done this if I was him. But anyway, Grey's Anatomy's Isaiah Washington. A week later, actor Isaiah Washington used an anti-gay slur against a co-star and decided he had to enter rehab.
And I used to watch Grey's Anatomy
to treat his addiction to using anti-gay slurs. What kind of rehab do you do?
Didn't Eric Benet go to
sex rehab? Same with Tiger Woods. He went to sex rehab. Tiger Woods needed
Tiger was a pimp. I don't know what y'all talking about. He just needed more of them Obama phones. Look, you call this number, you call that number, you call this number.
He needed drug rehab.
That nigga was a pimp.
Tiger was a pimp. He just pimping backwards, man. All on one cell phone. All the evidence right there. That's how you knew Tiger wasn't no real bruh, because a real bruh would have
He ain't got no people around.
He ain't got no ghost in him. What ghosts do whenever something get hot? We changing out the phone.
Changing the phone.
Bam! Crack that joint, throw it in the trash, got a new one.
Tasha, switch your phones. Right. Switch your phones. You ain't even tell me when you switch your phones, Ghost. We switching phones.
See, if he was a real G to switch his phones, man, he wouldn't have got.
If his dad was still alive, his dad would have been like, Eldred, Check it. You gotta switch your phone.
There's a lot of stuff happened to Tiger, man. His hairline fell from grace too. Right after all that happened, they be showing the mugshots now. Like he looked like an overweight, drunk version of Russell Wilson. He looked like the brother that needed to go to rehab, the older one. Like he looked half Hawaiian now. It's like the sumo wrestler that didn't make it. The E-True Hollywood story of what would have happened to The Rock. Like it's all bad.
Oh damn.
Like, he looks horrible now, man. You seen that mugshot, right? Yeah, man, he one Big Mac away
from... Finally, The Rock has come back
to Compton.
Britney Spears. Check this out. Britney Spears.
Is that when she shaved her head?
February 16th.
Oh, when she went barefoot into the porta potty.
Britney Spears entered rehab in Antigua after one day she was cured. That's a funny... He said that. He's like, she went to enter rehab in Antigua after one day she was cured. So she went right out the next day.
Yeah.
4 days later, she was an addict again and re-entered rehab in Malibu, California.
That when she got a hold of them wire clippers.
It was like...
Then later on after that, Lindsay Lohan lost control of her Mercedes and it turned out she was drunk and had cocaine in her car. For the second time in 2007, she made the brave decision to enter rehab to get on top of her substance abuse before it became a real problem.
Cocaine in my
Before it became a real problem. Brigitte Nielsen in July... Perhaps after seeing the instant publicity...
I couldn't even believe that was the same woman from
Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop. I was like, she looks like Schwarzenegger. Like, what happened? Like, this dude is huge. You know, she looked like Dolph Lundgren. Like they switched places or something. Like I seen her, I was like, yo.
I must break you.
Because you remember when he was like, man, how many 6 foot blondes? And he was like, 6 foot blondes go anywhere. But you see her in that movie, like. Okay, I see what Rocky trying to hit on the side. It makes sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You seen the Rocky movies like
flavor.
Right.
She
couldn't talk, but she looked decent. You know, now she fluffy, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, this dude is about to tackle Flavor.
Yeah, she looked at him and
like,
said,
"Who is
I must break you."
I was like, man, that's Hulk Hogan's little brother. But she still had the short blonde cut, but now she got like 3 necks, so it was just like,
what was she in rehab eating?
Whatever was right. Listen, she took it to the extreme.
She's on crack and stuff, man.
How?
Listen, in July...
How, Sway?
Crack the ground, right.
How, Sway?
In July, perhaps after seeing the instant publicity drugs and alcohol treatment was generating for the patients, reality freak show attraction Brigitte Nielsen entered rehab.
Hit the nail on the head with that one.
Listen, she entered rehab and notified the press that she was doing it because she knew she can get notoriety. The lesson for the world was that as far as addiction goes, fame makes crack look like pretzels.
Now wait a minute. wait a minute. So she went to rehab, and then after rehab, she ended up with Flav?
Yeah, that's where they met. They met on rehab.
So that show you right now that they weren't rehabbed. They weren't rehabilitated. He was like, I got more crack for you, man.
She was like, yes, I'm your boy.
She made him on rehab?
Yeah, because then
I thought
that was the spinoff for his show.
That was the spinoff for his show.
His show was the spinoff after that. Because then they had their show, remember? And then his show, it was on Celebrity Rehab. Then they gave them their own show. From their own show, he spun off and had New York and Delicious
the show that had all the
Bambi and
people on
all the rest of them.
Bucky.
Yeah. What was her name? Hoops,
Bucky.
New York.
What
Delicious.
was Delicious.
Then after that, Lindsay Lohan checked in for a third time and made the brave decision. He keep clowning her. She made the brave decision to get clean before it got out of control.
What's bad is like she like really looks like her mom now, and I mean she was going to do that, but you don't want to look like your mom and you're only like 30 years old.
You never want to rush.
Yeah.
And he mentioned
for the third
Amy Winehouse.
They try to make me
she
go
was only
to
famous
rehab,
for not wanting to go to rehab.
No.
And David Hasselhoff, they talked about the video where his
I love that woman, but I don't know why.
The video filmed by his daughter when he was drunk eating. Too hammered to work a hamburger drunk. He couldn't eat the
I remember too. He was like,
oh. He's on the ground.
Kids.
Here's a picture.
Kids. Kids. Turbo boosted to my mouth. Pause.
There were countless others, but we had to take a drop to the all of this, all the Perez Hilton and TMZ rehab updates, all the copies of all the recycled Hollywood movies, all the stats from cheating athletes, all the bullshit, demand for bullshit gadgets. All these trends made it seem like humanity itself was on that hotel room floor eating the proverbial scattered hamburger while our descendants watched through their video camera.
You're a fat slob, Michael.
And begged us to stop. Let's take it all, everything on this list, and pile it into a huge time capsule. We'll seal it up, strap it to a rocket, etch 2007 and on the outside, and fire the fucker into the sun. 2007 was crazy, man. But you know what?
Half of that stuff on that list I didn't give a damn about. But that's just me.
You know, I just brought that stuff up for fodder and just so we can talk about it. But yeah, 10 years ago, there were a lot of things that were in the works of becoming and developing to
10 years ago, what I want to be.
The one thing that I have to say, in 2007, what was the music for in hip hop?
Oh, 2007. I did look up some of it. The hot artists at that time. T-Pain was hot. Akon was hot.
Who's that girl? What's your name?
What's the name? Third album. Kanye West's third album that came out.
Okay.
Graduation.
Was Graduation 07?
Yeah.
With Big Brother and all that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess so, because it's another hit, Barry
That
Bonds.
was,
wow, hey, that album
what's the song? You can't tell me nothing, but Stronger.
Oh yeah.
Can't Tell Me Nothing was on that album too.
That and I looked up some other stuff around that time. Timberland had his resurgence. He had all those hits with Justin Timberlake.
That's when he lost all that weight with Super Buff. Him and Dr. Dre was competing.
What's her name? Carrie. What's her name?
Oh, like you just no way.
That I are.
Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah, the one girl.
Carrie Hilson.
The one other girl.
Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado.
So that must did AO Technology come on 07? With Timberlake and 50?
Was that the Curtis time?
Did Curtis come out in 07?
Curtis might have came out 07 because Massacre came out 05.
Yeah.
Curtis might have came out by 07.
No, but I brought it.
Yeah, because it came out Graduation. They were going head to head.
Yeah, that was the head-to-head matchup. Yeah.
They were.
Curtis!
That phone call had me. I swear, man. He was going.
I was into my man Curtis. Kev is my dude. 50 my dude too. That's what made that so funny. Because I'm like, yo, they just gonna risk, and then somebody might get beat up, or somebody might get shot, but it's gonna be funny regardless.
Funny back and forth.
The beat between Cameron and 50
How much did Lloyd Banks make, Curtis? Curtis! I know Angel Martinez was sitting there like, Cam's gonna get me killed. Because remember, they had made the personal studio at Hot 97 just for 50 and G Unit.
Right.
He called, we got Cam on the phone. What's good, Cam? Curtis! Like, man.
Then 50 come out with the album and called it Curtis. That was incredible. I was like, yo.
I'm going to sell it. You want to go there? I'm going to sell it.
No, but I only brought that up because at that point in 07, I didn't know where music was going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew at that time what the South had it in the stronghold.
Yeah, Snap was still kind of.
But I'm thinking that's going to die off. I'm like, what's the next thing? So to find out where we are 10 years from then,
you almost want Snap back.
I'll take Snap back right now. Because what, Hyphy was starting to come up also in 07? Or was that later?
It was around that time. Or a little bit later, 2008, 2009.
Trying to get to you in it.
But, yo, I mean, the things that I seen on the list, I was like,
oh, because Auto-Tune was...
Yeah. T-Pain was hot.
Yeah, T-Pain was killing
it. Akon was hot. But they were hot.
And screwed.
They had Bartender came out on that.
Hey, that was a hot
That and Buy Your Drink.
Yeah.
Epiphany, that was the album. Around that same time, I think Beyonce's her album,
which one?
To the Left, all that. That was bubbling at the. So it was Neo was doing his thing. He was bubbling at the time.
So was Cat still wearing the white tees that look like dresses? We were still getting them from the hookup from the corner store, $5 a pop.
2007.
That's before they had them in the plastic bags when they was just giving them to you in the thank you bags back then. 07, you might have still been rocking big tees. They might have got more colors to them, but
because Forces were still
the white tee. Forces was still.
Did Nelly make Air Force Ones at that point? Or was that before?
I want to say that was before. Because Nelly had his run before 50, right?
Yeah.
50's run came in 3? So that means Air Force Ones came out in 01, 02?
Really?
Yeah, man. It's been that long. Stopping in my Air Force One, big.
Big boy. Yeah, Rihanna was hot at the time. Gwen Stefani.
Rihanna, what album was that?
Huh?
What album was that?
Rihanna, that's what Umbrella came out.
Umbrella,
Ella, Ella,
I thought that was earlier than that.
No, this is 2007.
That was 10 years ago?
That's crazy.
See, Party Like a Rock Star, you had all these one-off hits.
Oh,
So
wait a minute.
The Shop Boys.
So Party Like a Rock Star, so then you have Chingy in there then, right?
No. He was already
He was washed.
He was already
He was already washed?
Soldier Boy. This when Soldier Boy first came out.
Oh, this is
when you had all these different. This is when you had the one-hit
so this is also the same time with the Show Me How to Dougie Kids. Or is that later?
That was
Teach Me How to Dougie.
That was later.
Was that later?
Because he was in his own lane for a minute.
Jim Jones, We Fly High.
Bowling Curtis!
I'm walking out.
Super loud.
He all on the mic.
I don't care. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Because that's how it was. You couldn't hear nothing.
You couldn't hear nothing.
Killing him.
All you heard was Curtis.
I think he was sleeping.
I was into my man Curtis.
Teddy B woke him up.
Nah, he keeps doing it.
Peeking.
Oh yeah, Robin Thicke was out.
Lost without you.
Oh, okay.
He lost that ass too. Then she started liking.
Who would have known in 07 that's what happened when you mess with a girl that's called a patent thick.
Oh,
he wasn't supposed to never get hurt. No way.
I forgot about Plies. Shorty.
Yeah,
is that when Teddy B came out too? With Sean Kingston?
Yeah, Sean Kingston. Yeah, he was out. Sean Kingston's Beautiful Girl.
Teddy B, word, okay. Why you start beefing?
Diddy's Last Night, so that whole Diddy.
Last night.
Yeah, Keisha Cole.
Yeah! That's what he's talking about, right?
Or the Last Night. Jay, oh God, I forgot that Jay Holiday Put You to Bed.
Gonna put you to bed. Your bed.
T.I. Big Things Poppin'.
Keisha Coles, a.k.a. the Chesty one.
I was T.I.
Wait a minute.
50 Cent AO Technology.
Yeah, because that Curtis album. Curtis.
Yep, Curtis. Ludacris. Shake your money maker.
Like your body motivated. That's when Luda had just cut his hair back down.
Ooh, Snoop Dogg. Dash.
Tipping low, 65. That was him and R. Kelly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. Oh.
Kels.
That's when that joint started off. The Royal Penis is Clean, Your Highness. I said, oh, this stuff be that joint. It was some decent music in 07. What else?
But still, I was wondering where it was going to go.
Sierra was bubbling at the time. She had Promise and Like a Boy.
50 was hitting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was messing around. Was she with Bow Wow or she with him?
Nah, she was with 50.
Okay. She was with 50 at the Like a Boy time?
Yeah, because Bow Wow he had a song Shorty Like Mine with Chris Brown.
Nah, then he was still messing with her.
Was he?
Yeah, Shorty Like Mine, I think, because she was,
by the end of 07, I'm
sure. It was a done deal.
07, 08.
Yeah, it was a done deal.
Oh, R. Kelly, Like a Flirt. That's when T-Pain was hot.
T-Pain was on fire.
T-Pain was propane.
Everything, yeah.
Fat Joe, Make It Rain with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne was on fire in 07.
But it was
they don't even have none of his hits.
Because he didn't have any hits. He was guest appearances on everything.
Yeah, mixtape. Yeah, because they got the Lloyd song on there with...
All Around the World, baby, All Around the World.
No, the one before that.
Which one?
Oh.
The Cleveland Indians.
Oh, you Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Pop, Lock, and Drop It. Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
See, yeah, there were like a lot of one-hit wonder dance songs.
So yeah, the white tees were still popping back then.
So wait a minute. So then, but your boy, what is it? Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
No, that was early. That was way early.
That was early?
That was before. 405.
Yeah. So that whole
walking out. all that music was really heavily synth, and it was that down south sound
because of Little John. Little John
so it was like post Little John, and he had all these one-off hit songs. So, but so that's it, man. I don't know anything else y'all want to hit on with 2007.
I don't know. And, what was it? The white tees and was Vitamin Water popping in 07?
I know Boondocks was popping in 07.
Yeah, don't trust them new niggas.
Over there. Bread dirty nigga. Yeah.
I don't know.
That big happy
07 was like, it was almost like you just kind of had to get through it because everybody was tired of Bush.
Yeah.
So you was just trying to be like, we got to do something different. So Obama came and it was like, everybody was trying to change. So then it was like 07 was almost like the end of the white tee era because 08, Obama had cats cutting off their braids, pulling up their pants, tucking in their shirts.
Wake up, everybody.
And that lasted for about a year and a half. Because come 2010, it was a wrap.
That 2007, 2008, I think, that white tee was really eclipsed. And I'm looking at this Unk video, and I'm like, they still got long white tees with stuff all over it.
Yeah.
And that's down south, you know. So, I think it was getting ready
it was dying off.
Getting ready to phase out.
Because everybody was starting to put on clothes. Like, legit wearing clothes. Like, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. You go to the corner store, bro. Now, hey, let me get a white tee and a 3 or 4X.
So you had a lot of leather jackets, kind of like stylish, kind of long Averexy looking. That T-shirt era was coming. It was starting to.
07, was that like Red Monkeys?
Red monkey jeans and the J's on my feet
and all that.
This is how you know where the era was. If you look at what R. Kelly had on, that's how you know where the era was. Because he always, anytime an era changes,
gonna misappropriate the.
He's always taking it on, knowing he's like 50 years old, 60 years old.
And just like now, I mean,
he's 50 years old.
R. Kelly
look like him.
PSA: if you got them girls in your house, let them girls go. Let them go. I'm just saying, man. Not for real, because Kelly, man, he makes great music, but it's like after a while, like how much are you gonna tolerate that he does?
How much more can he survive off of I Believe I Can Fly before people are kind of like,
oh, that's a classic, man. You don't touch that, man.
It's a classic, but at the same time,
you don't touch them little girls neither. But he don't have no problem with that.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I used to think that I would not get a grown.
Yo,
I know to ask her daddy.
I knew it was something.
She's home.
That's what changed from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, women still look like women.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Think about it. Think about it. 10 years ago, the baddies was baddies 10 years ago. Wasn't no fake booties. Wasn't all this makeup.
I ain't said a word.
Sisters wasn't really doing the breast augmentation all like that. Yeah, some of them had it. But think about it. Think about who. Pull it up on your phone. Who was the hottest? Just look up the hottest women 10 years ago. They look like real women. They weren't like the Barbie type.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They was real, right?
So
they was the women that you looking for now. The Melissa Ford, like she was the one where you're like, that's got to be fake, but you found out it was real.
Melissa Ford, Delicia Bryant.
I mean, let's just even go just like on regular like actresses, actors, type of thing. 10 years ago, Holly was still popping.
Yeah.
10 years ago, was that Monsters Ball? Maybe a little bit longer. Make me feel good.
Why do you even do that?
Talk about Holly, man.
Why do you even do that?
Feel good.
That was terrible.
Because that one right there was like that movie was horrible, but everybody watched it.
Was that Training Day time?
07? Possibly.
Why Denzel had to be crooked before he took it?
I can't
maybe because you got to think because Y came out, they still had the long white tees. Jada and them in the videos, like women look different. They looked a whole lot better 10 years ago. Let's just be honest.
Oh man,
they super duper fake now, but 10 years ago they was popping.
Next time on EFG.
No, I'm just saying the women will attest to that. The women look like real women 10 years ago.
Ooh, that is true.
Think about it. 10 years ago. Dudes dressed like dudes. 10 years now, they dress like women.
Chicks.
Especially if you seen that Jeffrey, My Name is Jeffrey cover, the Young Thug. I had never seen that before. I said, that's crazy.
Dude got on a dress.
That's crazy. I said, what?
10 years ago, yes, we wore big long white T-shirts that looked like they could have been like nightgowns for your mama or your sister or your girl.
But then you also wore baggy pants.
But we wore big baggy jeans and sneakers
and J's on my feet.
Right now, these dudes is wearing lace-up boots with male leggings and rompers and all that kind of crazy.
Rocking male buns.
Ladies, I know y'all want the men from 10 years ago to show back up. Maybe not every trend, but some of them trends I know y'all want to come back. Just like fellas, let's be honest. 10 years ago, I want some of them women to come back. Because these new fake Barbie, no talent having hoes irk me. I'm just saying, that's just me. Like 10 years ago,
what you say? 07, Instagram models.
You looking at women at 07 and looking at them now was totally different. Right. You wasn't getting on your phone and just, oh man, this girl got this.
Yo, wait a minute.
You actually had to go physically see.
Was that at the height of BET's Uncut?
That's a good question.
Uncut got cut. Tip Drill was before that. So they had cut Uncut before that. But y'all get what I'm saying though, right? The natural women, the real, the truth. Yeah. Your Aaliyah's, before Stacey Dash went nuts, but she was in that category too. You get what I'm saying? Where they looked natural, they were just naturally beautiful. They didn't need to have the biggest breast in the room, or the biggest fakest booty in the room, or the biggest fakest eyelashes in the room. Like they didn't need all that to be beautiful.
Right.
So to me, 10 years ago, that was definitely worth it. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
It's real spit.
That was worth it to me. Just me personally. 10 years ago, bring that back, right? Okay. I mean, you can honestly, too, 10 years ago, bring back the price of food, too. The price of food is out of control. I'm just speaking as a parent and as a brother that does enjoy a sandwich every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But you can bring back a lot of that stuff. Think about it, 10 years ago, man, it was a better time. Like, because we already knew we was at the bottom and it was like starting over again, so we was ready. We was ready for it. But then it was like, now everybody got on. Now you feel like everybody can be somebody, everybody can do something. So all these entrepreneurs, everything came from it. But some bad stuff came out of it too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because now, instead of us using our talents for good, it was more like for evil. Reality TV took off, all that kind of stuff. Black people got back in the limelight, but it wasn't all necessarily
positive. So in 07, we hadn't gotten to the point where good press, or any type of press, is good press.
We were more, to me in 07, we were more strategic because we didn't know what decisions we were going to make, how they were going to affect us, because things were not going in our favor anyway.
See, I think 2007 was the beginnings of that. Like when we talking about, politicians running and then seeing the funny videos and crazy stuff.
So wait a minute, Paris Hilton was the socialite of the time at that point. I believe so. She was. It wasn't Kim K yet.
No, not yet, because Kanye was still doing Kanye. Kanye was still dating strippers and porn stars and all
that. No, but remember, he was messing with Amber Rose before.
Right, but he wasn't even with Amber at this time, I don't think yet.
He wasn't messing with Amber?
No.
Not during graduation.
No, he might have been, because that's when he had them goofy looking
and she rocked those too.
Yeah. So he might have been, that might have been the start of that.
When it started.
But it was kind of like how everything just kind of more or less like transformed. Like, now we just do it because it's like, man, we just got to get the bag or whatever right now. Like, so we'll sacrifice and do whatever. So what happens if we end up back at the bottom again? We got to find a way to keep it moving from there.
Right.
I don't know. 10 years ago was cool for me, though. It was fun. Yeah. My hairline was kind of sort of where it should have been. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo. I don't know.
It was a lot of transition for me, so I had just gotten hitched and everything, so it was a lot of transition for me.
It's been 10 years.
It was a lot of struggle for me.
I know my hairline was where it was supposed to be.
It was a lot of struggle for me during that time.
Wrap it up, B.
Anyway,
but I will say the music meant more back in 07. Because it was like we ain't had nothing else, so we had to get back to the roots. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Good music.
Music didn't mean nothing to me in 07. I don't know what this dude talking about.
Music was alright.
I don't even remember what I was listening to in 07. I don't remember. What was I on to that?
I was on.
You was balling. You had a
I was listening to a little bit of everything, but I don't know.
In 07, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I would have to pull up the list of what was the top albums out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to wrap this EFG episode up. I hope everybody enjoyed it. 2007, what the heck happened? Well, we talked about what happened. And where we at today, we're in 2017. I hope everybody has elevated from 2007 to 2017 and continued to elevate. This is your boy Hill. To my left is
man Teddy B. Love. To my left is
Nicholas Sage, man. EFG, we all we got.
EFG, we all we got. Peace. Thank you, engineer. And good.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Next week, baby.
Curtis! Cause you's a... And I ain't.
Cause you's a bitch. I ain't.